friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be going through some disappointing makeup releases that I was initially kind of excited for, and then they just kind of fell flat when the products were actually released. I do still plan to do my Shop My Stash video for my follow-up for the previous month. I just need a tad bit more time to use a few products that honestly I've just not been reaching for, which may tell me what my thoughts are on them, but that will still be coming later this week. But today I wanted to delve into some new products that I keep seeing online that I'm just like, why? How did we miss the boat here? I was really excited for this. Let's jump in. But first, I wanted to let you know this eye look today is kind of inspired by some Coachella vibes. We are now officially in festival season, and I had a few ideas. So if you want to see how I got this eye look today, this involves 3 gorgeous palettes. My brand new Villains Misunderstood palette from ColourPop, the Alamar Cosmetics palette, and the Jeffree Star Thirsty palette. So my hashtag for this would be not blue blood, but there's definitely blue. So if you want to see how I got this fun little eye look that I thought could be fun for Coachella or any other music festival, I did a quick tutorial at the end of this video. So now let's dive into some makeup. There is a new Tarte release, and Tarte is always a little like, some of us are really underwhelmed by their new releases. But they were collabing with a YouTuber who is known to be bright and bold and sunny, and she is a younger YouTuber, so I haven't really watched a lot of her videos lately, but I remember watching them about a year and a half ago, and I thought she's such a positive light. And her name is like Adeline Morin, is that how you say her name? She is a beautiful girl, and she is known for yellow. Like, that is her trademark, her signature color. So when this palette was being like teased from so many people, and it's like girls supporting girls, I'm like, yes, thank you for that. I love that vibe. I love that energy. That's amazing. And there were so many like little plugs about this. So when the palette actually released, I was kind of heartbroken. Like, I was so sad to see that there were not more pops of yellow in this baby. If anything, I feel like there's way too many warm tone reds. I'm not gonna lie, I wanted a blue blood version of a palette in the yellow. Like, that's all I wanted in this palette, was some yellows and some oranges, and I mean anything in that like lemon vibe feel, that, you know what I'm saying? Especially when that's like her go-to color. She paints everything in yellow. Her clothes are always in yellow. Her merch is in yellow, everything. So when I saw the palette drop, I was like, oh, there's a lot more pinks and reds and warm tones in there, and you can have cool tone yellows, you can have warm tone yellows, you can have some burnt oranges in there. There would be a lot of different colors, but really I'm only seeing one. Girls Supporting Girls is the color shade yellow, and then Law of Attraction, which is more of like a goldy yellow, and like that's it. Everything else is pink or red or a burgundy shade with some blushes. So, and I know it's Tarte, and I feel like if you look at the comments on their Instagram, everybody's always like, oh, another Tarte palette that's disappointing. I was really hopeful that they were going to pull this out because of another product that I was disappointed about, personally. Last year in 2018, they did an April Fool's joke on all of their social medias on releasing a blue palette, and they expected people to be like, this is nasty, what are you doing? But the joke backfired on them. Everybody wanted it. Flash forward to 2019, and now we have the Blue Blood palette that is falling off the shelves. You can't keep it in stock. So a year later, Tarte releases this blue palette that is inspired by their April Fool's one. And honestly, I mean, I know a lot of people said too little too late, but the way makeup works, it does take time for things to release. So I totally get this was definitely in production before the Blue Blood palette, but it doesn't look as inviting or as appealing as their teaser did. And like, that's what I wanted for the other palette, the yellow palette. I wanted this in all yellow for her. And I would have really, really been intrigued to buy that palette, because who's doing an all yellow palette or yellow themed palette? No one, including Tarte. So these were the 2 things from Tarte that I was genuinely like disappointed in personally. If you got them, do you like them, or are you going to get either of these palettes? They look okay. I'm just curious, because I just visually was unstimulated and let down, disappointed in those palettes, at least the way they look online. I am wearing this brand in this eye look today. I just mentioned them, but I'm slightly personally disappointed in their latest release, and it's only because of how I like to do my makeup and what I reach for and what I don't reach for. I just said I love Alamar Cosmetics. I think they're fantastic. I am obsessed with this eyeshadow palette. I don't have the other one because that one looks beautiful too, but they teased on their Insta stories, what would you want us to come out with next, a bronzer or a blush? Clearly, if you're not new here, you know I love a bronzy look. I love bronzers. I think that is like a makeup staple for me. Even if I don't contour, I have on some kind of bronzer. They came out with blushes that look beautiful, for the record, and I love the formula, and I love everything about Alamar Cosmetics. I was just personally disappointed that they came out with blushes before they came out with bronzers because of how I like to do makeup. So this is totally a selfish moment here that I was really hoping they were going to put out bronzers and blushes at the same time. So I'm just going to keep waiting patiently for you to release some bronzers, Alamar Cosmetics, because I love you. But I don't wear a lot of blush, and I have so many great ones that I already have in my collection. I don't want to buy more, but I'll always buy more bronzers. Please and thank you. All right, and I feel like this one is one of my favorite drugstore makeup brands, but even they can miss the mark on some things. Every brand can. No one is immune. But Wet n Wild, this isn't like the super duper recent, but this is something I've seen in drugstores and I almost picked up till I kind of realized what it was. This is their Makeup Blocker 3-in-1 Sheer BB Cream Highlighter and Corrector. I was kind of curious about this at first, but it looks like kids makeup almost in a way. You like lift up the cap and there's like two pieces in there for like a highlighter and a corrector, and then it's supposed to be like a BB cream inside, and those just look so waxy on top that none of it looked good in person at all. Like I literally had it in my hand going, oh, something new from Wet n Wild, while I was at the drugstore that I hadn't seen. And then I kind of looked at it, I was like, is this kids makeup? And I set it down and slowly walked away because I was like, you did me wrong there a little bit, Wet n Wild. You got my hopes up, but then just looking at it, I was so disappointed. Sometimes when you're going through your feed on Instagram or you're just looking at makeup, there are days you just get disappointed, isn't there? There's just things that you're just like, oh, this could be cool, and then it's not, it falls flat. But this all helps us on our limited no buys when we're trying not to throw our dollars at everything. It's kind of good to look at the things also that you're like, whew, glad it wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be, because that would have just made me buy it. You know what I mean? Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you happen to like this eye look, be sure to stay tuned for a quick eye tutorial at the end of this video. And thank you so much for watching. If you are new to my channel, hi new friends, I hope you take a quick moment to hit that subscribe button down below to see all of the fun, loud, weird, unique videos I put out every single week. Bye friends!